Kamara Drive-In. It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara, fresh off a big performance a week ago, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 8, read. You ready?
Off play action, it's Minshew. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it. Now,
blitz coming, and down he goes.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And now this throw complete to Washington. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Check safety.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Complete to Washington. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. Check your hot read.
Now Leonard Fournette. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Strong right.
On second down, here's Fournette. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. But it's brought in by Washington. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's one of those long drives where, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
44, Mike, 44. Let's run.
On second down, Kamara. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on third and long. Bishop. James has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A third down gain of 19.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
To throw on second down, Bishop. James has got it, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, sacks for him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Bishop. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Check three, check three.
Fournette on the counter, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Minshew. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Come on. Strong left.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And out of bounds right around the 20. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay to get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this one is right down Broadway. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense. It's back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Let's go.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Fournette. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he completes it to Westbrook.
Here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Minshew sets to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This one complete on the slant route. And he's tackled a yard short. 9 on 1st down.
Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Minshew, 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. As over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Ready?
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we usually think about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Bishop. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action, Bishop. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the red zone now, they'll move to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Let's go, D.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
8 read. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
50, plant.
So we've reached halftime. You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
50's the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on first down. Bishop. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 4. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Bishop. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Slam.
Now Fournette. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Minshew. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Jacksonville.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the script. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. So third and long, here's Minshew. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get him.
Looking to throw on second down. Bishop got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Yeah, this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. It's a big play there for the Saints. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Operating from the gun. Bishop. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and goal from the 1. Second and 1. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they? And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
After review the play,
they had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom!
John, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
He's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Single. Watch 84, watch 84. Watch time.
Following the fumble recovery, Bishop trying to lay one up. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Ready. 90, Wolf. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And it's fielded at the 34. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Bound to lose one. Kill. Hey, turn it out. 66, bullet, high. Go, 36, alert. Watch safety creeping.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Yeah. I got motion, man. Me. I got this.
On 4th down, Bishop. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. What's good on the extra point? And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Double tight, double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Will set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Zoom. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Go. 50. Let's go one more. Mike's 50. Watson.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Hey, Mike's 50. Oh, trot.
On first and 10, Bishop. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
That lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all of these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now this throw complete to Washington. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Draw play, Madison. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the 29, Minshew. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spent all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Get some penetration here. Just getting some penetration. Watch the motion. Watch the motion. Off. 44. Mike. 44.
To throw on 3rd down. Bishop. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And James has it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball?
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Get ready.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, here we go. Mike 50, Mike 50.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. But Charles, it's one thing to win.